So today let me just yak it up for a second. So I'm Melody from Cape Charles Art, and I have a YouTube channel. That's where I post all of my lives and other shorts and things like that. So I come here on Tuesdays and paint live primarily with Unicorn Spit. I used to be an affiliate. I am no longer an affiliate. They don't do that program anymore. But I still use the stuff because I love it. So, talk about it all the time. So, anyway, I'll be using that today. This is a piece of wood, a little panel board. I just have some frog tape on the side because I wasn't sure exactly which direction I was going to go with this. I don't know if I want to do just plain and simple or if I want a moon and mountains and water and everything behind it. I don't know. But the easiest way to do these types of things, if it's a simple like dragonfly, mushroom, mermaid, anything like that, what I do is I get like the clip art thing and I print it out on my printer because I'm like old school. No Cricut, nothing like that. So that's what I do. I print it out on my printer, and because I don't draw much, okay? I don't like it. So, and then I just use some carbon paper and put it, like under a piece of paper, and then trace over it, and there you are. And then you can create it your own special way. You can change everything about it if you want, but at least you've got, to me anyway, it's the main structure of it, right? And I've been messing with it here and there. I'm looking at it going, do I see any eyes in here? Is there a woman figure? Or do I just want to do a Luna moth? I don't know. So that's what I'm doing. Welcome. If you can hear my music, that is my brother Ed Williams. For real. He writes and performs all of his songs. I have 2 cards left. That's it. Just 2. And then I don't know what. I do not know. Alright, let's let you pick. It's going to be either this one, the light with the sand, or the dock and the deep water. Which one? For the hearts. We're going with A. Because I'm impatient. So how's that? Belonging. May you welcome yourself home. Oh, I love that. I love that. That's beautiful. To me, it kind of explains how when you let your inner child out to play, to me that's welcoming yourself home, because that's the first self you knew. That's the way I see it. I make up my own things. But it works for me, so there you go. You do you. So we have 1 card left. Ooh. Alright, so what I want to do with this Luna moth, and I found it interesting when I was reading about it, like early 1700s, somebody named it something like feathertail moth. And then years, hundreds of years, somebody else decided, no, it's Luna moth. So it's like, okay, and named after the goddess Luna, goddess of the moon or something like that, from Roman, whatever. So that's interesting, all of that stuff. I like to learn about it. And it's kind of limey, but this, I don't know, it's the weirdest. I had the pleasure of meeting a Luna moth in person in Cherokee, North Carolina last year. It was huge, it was gorgeous, and the wings were transparent, colored but transparent. And it was the weirdest color. It wasn't mint. I can tell you what it wasn't. It wasn't sea foam, it wasn't mint, it wasn't lime. And they say it's lime, but that's not lime to me. So what I want is limeish sea foam mint. I want all of the things it wasn't, because it's something around that. So what I have is nothing like that. I've got Zia Teal, which with the yellow and maybe a little white might lend itself to that. I've also got Atlantis, and it's got a sparkle. That's the Artistic Vivations. These are the regular Unicorn Spit, just different bottles. Anyway, so there's that. And that with yellow and white might be nice. So, and somewhere in there I want some glow powder. So, welcome. October 31st Witch. Welcome, thank you. Thanks. All right, so let's try the Zia Teal. And I got a lid. And you know, I have my little palettes here that I love to work with that I paint and then pour a resin on. And they're really pretty, but I didn't leave a lot of white. So I want to mix in colors. I'm going to use a white lid, just so you know. Zia Teal. These are mineral stains, gel stains. There's no polymer or acrylic. Water soluble, non-toxic. Jasmine and lemongrass Benadryl. I'm lying. It's beautiful. It's art therapy and aromatherapy in one. Alright, here's the whitening. It's just the regular white unicorn spit. And the Atlantis. See if I can find that bottle for you to see what it really looks like. Isn't that pretty? So just type in, if you guys are looking for the unicorn spit, you can find it in regular stores sometimes. But the Artistic Vivations, type in unicorn spit or Michelle Nicole's Artistic Vivations. And it will pop up, and there are gorgeous colors. Gorgeous. Alright, there's the Lar. There is the Atlantis. Alright, now you can add water to this, or Floetrol, or nothing, or alcohol. So, have at it. Or acrylics. I mean, it's fun. And then get just a small brush. It's one of those filberts. One of my favorite shapes. It's real thin, but kind of rounded and soft at the top. And I'm just going to mix in, let's see, how about some white and some yellow, because I know I want that. And let's see what that Zia Teal with that looks like. It's pretty lemony. I'll add a little more Zia. A lot more Zia. And maybe a little more white. Alright, so that is pretty close. What was that? Zia Teal, Lemon Kiss, and white. It may be a little too lemony for me, but I don't know. Okay, so that's that. Let's try the Zia Teal. No. The Artistic Vivation one. Atlantis. The one with the little bling in it. Alright, so a little white. A little bit of that, because I have a feeling it's going to be pretty strong. And some yellow. Ooh, lots of yellow then. It's real strong. But that's okay. Ooh, that's pretty. Add a little more white. That's okay. It's a little too dark green, a little more yellow. Alright, that went really limey, a little more white. I'm going to go off to the side so I can see what I've really got. They are really similar. This one does look a little less limey, I think. I don't know. Let's see what it looks like on the wood. We'll just do it all. I don't know why I mix it. Could have just done it on the wood. But normally I do the whole backdrop first, and maybe I should put something down. Let's spritz it so at least I have a background. This is water. Now, this carbon paper may move around, not carbon paper, but the ink or whatever that is. I guess it's carbon. Like pencil lead. But it could smear, and that's okay. We can always cover something back up over the top of it. Just a little water, maybe. And how about, let's do some stripes. This is Midnight's Blackness. This is Capricorn. Capricorn is a dark blue with a flash Capricorn. I think it's got flash of copper, I think is what it says. Let's do a little bit of that. We're just going to come up it like it's green, and we'll go right over our little moth. Why not? Living in Limbo, Ed Williams. See a teal. I'm going to dip my brush into this straight Atlantis. Because it just felt good. No rhyme or reason. Got some dark green. I'll put some Zia Teal down as well. Just for fun. Ooh, this is pretty right here. This is what happens. I just start laying down color. This is my process. And then if stuff starts popping up, and I like what I see, I just go after it. If it looks like a shape or a figure or nothing at all, just colors and movement and flow, that works too. It's all about just the break, you know, just getting lost in thought or none at all. Watching the colors flow. This is flowy and I like it. Feels good. Now if I'm going to have a problem going into the green that I want for my moth, I can dry this up and then use white gesso, a couple layers drying in between on my moth, and then go back and put my color back onto my moth. But I think I want to see those colors coming through. So I don't know, it depends. And I don't have to decide right now, and that's the beauty. All right, so here's that Zia Teal again. I'm really liking that right here. Gotta remember, I'm gonna have that dark or that light lime right here somewhere in this wing, right next to it. So I don't know what that's gonna look like. Got some nice dark. Now remember, this super dark blue that we put there is the Capricorn. That's the magic of that artistic vibration. Let me find the bottle and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to shake it so you can see it. Alright, so it's blue, it's dark blue, there's the Capricorn. And then see that flash in there? And when this dries, you'll start seeing it. So you wanna? Let me, oh wait, does it say something? No, it doesn't. Okay, let me see if I can dry this up enough where you can kind of see it. We can always wet this down again and rework some parts, so cover your ears. Let me just see if I can get some to pop up. Starting to. Alright, so I don't know if the light's going to catch it or not. Oh yeah, it does. Can you see it? I get so excited every time. Every time I get that excited. That's what's so cool about it. And it shows up in random ways. Sometimes it shows up like when you put it on really thick, you're almost guaranteed, not thick, but you know, strong, almost guaranteed to see it. But not always. But it's such a cool thing, and there's several different ones that do that. I don't know what she calls it, copper flash or whatever. So they're fun. I get too excited maybe. Anyway. So yeah, that's exciting. All right, let's do this dark little arch over him, and this is really extreme black. I'm not sure I want to do that right now, but I think I do. I want it dark, so I think I'll start in the middle in this dip. Do my best to follow the line. Remind myself I can turn the board. Sounds silly, but you'd be surprised. Okay. I'm just slowly approaching it. I don't know if I want black I think I do. That was fast. And it should be kind of light maybe, but right in that center line where the little fuzzies come out from. One of the things I found that helped me free up and just relax into painting is feeling like I'm just playing. It's not even practicing, just playing around. I can change it a million times is another one. I have no rules. I can sign it and resin it, and if I feel like it, I'll go back and do it again. So, that gives me the freedom in my heart to think, okay, I'm just going to go for it. I'll try this, try that. Because nothing's ever really ruined that way much. All right, I'm going to use some, let's see, what is this? Purple Hill Majesty. Here's a fresh one. And I'm going to run that underneath that black line. Just put it on my palette. And I've got my brush just damp, not dripping, hopefully. Just gonna run that underneath that black. I kind of want a muddy, dark black purple. And then I might add some brown. But I was thinking that purple would be really pretty against a mintish seafoam lime mothwing. That's just what I was thinking. Some more purples underneath. Ed Williams, that's my music. My brother. Alright, so you can see it's just a line basically written there. Alright, I'm going to get this brush really wet and I'm going to mess with it. Because yeah, it's nice and straight, but I don't like it. I think I want it more watercolor-like, or alcohol ink looking. So just adding a bunch of water and letting that soak in. I'm trying not to let it go too far up above it, because I'd like that line. But I'd like this to be a little more artsy and less drawn. So just let it drip. It's just water. right on top of that. A little shading. Oh, that was fun. Just kind of clean up a little bit I don't want. And that's just going to tint it. That purple is going to soak into that wood, into the grain, and the grain becomes tinted. That's the beauty of the stain rather than an acrylic or something that covers it up, is it just soaks into the grain and highlights the natural look of the wood. Yum. All right, let's go for my greens. Whatever color they end up to be, let's put some in there and see what it looks like with this blue. I'm just gonna go ahead, knowing the colors that I want in there. I think I'm gonna stick with my good old trusted Zia Teal. I love that color. I do a lot of undersea, above sea, anything with water. And Zia Teal is one of my go-tos, as well as the Blue Thunder. I just love the combinations. Okay, so here's the Lemon Kiss. Oh, I've got Lemon Kiss down. I'll use that. Oh, and I got some white. Yay! All right, there's blue. And Lemon Kiss. I'm gonna make a bunch. White. That's pretty lemony. I'm going to put lemon right over here. I'm just going to paint on it. I'll show you what it looks like as it's going on. It's very smooth. You don't put it on thick. I don't. Anyway, you can do whatever you want. Thanks. Thanks for the permission. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't put it on really thick since it doesn't have polymer in it. It would crack if you like try and build it up. So just do, you know, layers or use gesso. I'm not sure why you would want to put it on thick if you're doing wood, so I don't know. But I have put it on thick when I was doing like ocean waves, and it did crack the white where I had it just globbed on. So that wasn't a problem. I just added acrylic gel over the top and kept going. It looked like foam, but it would do that. So just so you know, there's no polymer that makes it gluey and stretchy. I do like that lime green. Okay, so here's a couple of the colors lightly put on. You kind of see where that's going. Yeah, I could paint like that all day long. It's just a slow, enjoyable process. Gratimus. You guys, if you haven't followed Grat, please do. He's a great artist, wood burner. Works like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like fake fish. Building the scenery around it, you know, like you see in Bass Pro and places. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Aw, Kylia, thank you so much. Is that a Pisces? Thank you, guys. All right, a little more lime. I'm kind of digging the more lime, actually. But let me put some down here just to see what this might look like for fun. Now, when I go to add that glow powder, ooh, that was real lemon. I want to back off of that and go into the Zia Teal a little bit more white. And I'll just go right back over the top of it. Not everywhere. It is nice. You can go back and forth. If you don't like it, just get water and try and wash it off. And you can go over that. It's pretty. I'm not sure what color we're actually going to end up with by the time this is done, but I know I love the feeling of it already. Excuse my sniffles. That was all straight blue. Let's see. Let's do his little body. Sorry about my nose, guys. Some white. That's pretty. Anyway, I'm just going to keep going along like this until something in my mind changes and it takes me into a different direction. I have thought about different things like a big moon on it, you know, like if this was the moon, putting it right there behind it, or having, you know, cliffs, mountains, waterfall behind it. So it could go a gazillion different directions from here. I thought about the, you know, the moon and the crescent symbols, but I don't know. So I'm just gonna let it rest, let it simmer, and come back to it periodically. That's the nice thing, you don't have to rush back. If you're working with the unicorn spit, you guys, just leave it there. And when you come back, just dampen your brush with water and it'll reactivate. So as long as you haven't sealed it, it will reactivate. So anyway, I hope you guys have a beautiful day and enjoy the rest of your week. Thanks for hanging out with me.